Ding. All right. So you can start your music if you'd like, if you've got a playlist that you listen to, and then go ahead and just settle down to your back. And you have options for start. You can take your reclined butterfly with the soles of your feet together and the knees dropped open. Or you can set the feet flat to the ground, maybe take them mat width apart and just let your knees drop in towards one another. That relieves a bit into the lower back. But just take a shape that works for you, that feels good. And then when you arrive in that space, the eyes shut down and take a deep, full inhale, the biggest breath in that you've taken today through your heart space all the way into the pit of your belly. And then open up and just let that go. And one more big, full, deep inhale, just like that. And open up and just let that go. And then take several breaths, several moments here to simply find the breath. Follow it as it travels in and out through your nose, fills up your lungs, causes your ribs and your belly to rise, and just notice all of those little things, all of those little effects. And as you connect to that, the thoughts will still be there in your mind, but just connect to the breath to pull away from that connection that we have to thoughts all day long. Notice the stillness and the quiet. And then as we practice today, allow this practice to be a place of release. In our yoga practice, there's twists and counter twists, there's forward folds and rises, there's a counter movement to everything that we do. And it can be really symbolic of the path that we take off the mat. Every time one door closes, another one opens. Much of the time, something really tragic can yield something really beautiful on the other side. So just notice today that you may come up against tension in your practice where you feel tight. Maybe even there's some level of discomfort at some point. But then notice how you can ease through that, particularly by connecting to the breath and focusing less on the thoughts that rise up around the discomfort or around the tension. They're there, they're valid, there's nothing wrong with those thoughts. But often those thoughts will over exaggerate reality. We come back to the breath, we remind ourselves that we're okay. And on the other side of it, there'll be release. Another full breath in here. As you exhale, wherever you are, just guide your knees together, hug them into your chest. Rock a bit from side to side. Maybe roll out your ankles in each direction. Maybe make some big circles with the knees. And another full breath in. As you exhale, set your feet flat to the mat. Send your right foot to ceiling, interlace your hands behind your right hamstring. Again, you can roll your ankle if that would feel good. And then instead of just drawing the leg towards you like we do a lot of the time, I want you to take a deep inhale and draw the knee down towards your chest, like you're hugging a single leg in here. And then exhale, press the foot back to the ceiling and have your ankle flexed here. And then inhale, just draw the knee down. Maybe it comes a little out towards your armpit. Inhale, kick it back up. Draw it back down and kick it back up. And now take a deep, full breath in and draw the leg closer to you. Maybe you slide your hand up behind your calf or your ankle. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, catch your right big toe with your peace fingers. Half happy baby. Just draw the knee down towards the earth, towards your armpit. And maybe rock a little bit, open and close. You can open and close the hips, maybe finding a half straddle if that would feel good. Noticing if you held your breath against the tension. Another breath in. As you exhale, set the right foot to the mat. Wiggle your feet mat width apart. So they're really wide. They're flat. The soles of the feet are flat. Open the arms. And then just let your knees fall from side to side. You can pause a bit on each side to get a little bit deeper opening as you press that top knee down towards the ground. And then draw the knees back through center. Take a deep breath in, send that left foot to the ceiling, interlace your hands behind left thigh. And again, maybe roll your ankle if that feels good. And then take a deep inhale as you just hug the knee towards your chest, maybe out a bit to the armpit. Exhale, kick back to ceiling. Inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, release. One more inhale, draw it in. Exhale, release. And take a breath in. As you exhale, just draw the leg closer to you. You can keep hands on hamstring. Or if you slide up around your ankle, you can lift your forehead in the direction of your shin. Take a breath in. As you exhale, catch the left big toe, half happy baby. Draw the left knee towards the earth. Again, you can move. You don't have to just sit here and be tense. Maybe you open and close. Maybe you rock a little bit. Just allowing some opening into your inner thigh. And now take a breath in. As you exhale, release the left foot back to the mat. And again, just let your knees drop a couple times, side to side, wringing out the spine. And knees draw back through center. Exhale to hug the knees back into your chest. This time, rock and roll the length of your spine just a few times, from the back of your skull to your tail. And then make your way all the way up into a tabletop. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then just move organically here. Maybe you sway your hips from side to side. Maybe you find cat-cows. Just listening to where you are. But wiggle out your jaw. Shake out your neck. Breathe. Now come back through center, through neutral. Take a deep inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. As you exhale, round through your spine, find cat. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Pause here, let the crown of your head get heavy. Pull your belly button to your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round through the spine. And now come back through center. Shift your left hand just slightly towards the middle of the mat, so under your chest. We're going to move into a moving thread the needle before we rest. So just listen to my cues here. Take your right arm, inhale, reach that right finger, right fingers to the ceiling. Big full breath in. As you exhale, as if you're going to thread the needle, I want you to reach through, but just float the shoulder, turn your gaze to the left. Now inhale, sweep the right arm back to the ceiling. One more, just like that. Exhale, reach as if you're coming into that thread the needle. Inhale, open up. Now on this exhale, let the right shoulder, right cheek rest to the mat, thread the needle. So your left hand can reach out front, you can walk it across, or you can wrap it around your low back, your choice. If you're feeling like you want a little bit more, you can step your left foot out in line with your left hip and get a little bit of an inner thigh stretch here. But just let the right ear, right cheek, right shoulder rest and breathe. And take a breath in. As you exhale, unwind here. Take one more inhale, reach the right fingertips back to ceiling. Exhale, tabletop. And then again, ring through the spine, roll it out, any way that that looks for you. And then come back to your neutral spine. Right hand under heart. So we'll start with those two moving thread the needles. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips to ceiling. Big breath in. Now exhale, just reach. Look at your right finger or your left fingers. Inhale, open the ceiling. Exhale, reach and float the shoulder. One more. Inhale, reach open. Exhale, slide the left arm through, left ear, left cheek to the mat, and then you can take the right foot out in line again, your choice in the shape and the right arm. But just settle. And take a breath in. As you exhale, begin that unwind, and then use an inhale, reach left fingertips back to ceiling. Exhale back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, lift up and back, downward facing dog. And in that downward facing dog, pedal out your feet. We'll take several breaths here. Drop one heel and then the other. Press into every knuckle. So it's as if you're trying to stamp your chest on your thighs at the back of the mat. Now take a breath in. As you exhale, wiggle your feet about hip width apart and then walk your hands to the back of the mat to your feet. Find your ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, bend the knees, and just let the crown of your head, your shoulders just get really heavy. Bend your knees as much as you need to, especially early on. Shouldn't be any tension in your neck or your jaw or your shoulders right now. And now release fingertips to the mat. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift, lengthen and pause. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise, one breath at a time here. Reach overhead. As you exhale, draw hands through heart center and just pause. Inhale, reach overhead. As you exhale, find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk forward into a high plank. Stack shoulders over wrists and then set your knees down on the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower belly all the way to mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Peel the shoulder tips open. Elbow tips towards one another, drag the front edge of the mat, lift the heart. Full breath in. Exhale, release, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And now take a breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees, look between your hands, walker step, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, find your forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, walker step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. One more, sun A, just like that. Take a deep breath in, bend the knees, look between the hands, walker step, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Now take a deep, full breath in, lift your heels from the mat, maybe arch your shoulders a little bit, and then exhale, sink back to down dog, heel sink. Inhale, right leg to sky, three-legged dog. Reach right through that right heel, lift through the back hamstring, and then take an exhale, bend the knee, open the hip for scorpion. Let the right heel just sink. And then make some big circles in each direction with your hip. Now take a deep inhale. As you exhale, step right foot between your hands, find a kneeling lunge here. Untuck the left toes. Hands can ease their way up to your quad, but make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. It'll be important in a moment, but it's what protects your knee. And now if you're ready, go ahead and reach the right arm or reach both arms overhead. Big full breath, lift through your low ribs here. Continue to let that left hip flexor sink down towards the earth. We're going to find some movement here before we move into high crescent. Take your right hand on the outside of your right hip, take a deep breath in, and then just reach across that left arm. A little lateral reach here. Now come back through center. Take a wide open twist. Right fingertips reach behind you, left fingertips reach forward. So your inner thighs have to be really active here. Maybe look back over that right thumb. Big full breath in. As you exhale, take the right hand to your tailbone. Now sweep the left fingertips to ceiling here. Maybe send your gaze overhead. Now you have an option here. You can keep this shape or you can unwind your arms, but I want you to tuck your back toes, adjust your feet, take a big breath in. Now inhale up to high crescent, either holding that exalted or the arms are unwound. Now, if you're an exalted, reach both arms to ceiling. You can adjust that high crescent. Take a deep, full breath in, look forward, exhale to your standing, knee raised, top of the mat. Left knee comes forward. Flex the left ankle and just get really tall here. If you're wobbly, it's cool. Just find one focal point, find your drishti. Now take a deep inhale. As you exhale, take the right hand to the outside of your left knee and the left hand to the back of your hip. Just a gentle little opening here. Maybe look back over that left shoulder just a little bit. Another full breath in. Exhale, unwind, left foot to the mat, sweep the arms overhead. Big full breath in. Exhale, step back, left foot, warrior two steps behind, or left foot steps behind you. So your right foot is out front. And then we'll just settle in here. Few breaths. Front toes at 12 o'clock. Press that right knee open. And then a few Shivas here, just to really warm everything. Use an inhale, press straight through your right leg. Exhale, hands draw through center, warrior two. Let's do two more just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press it open. One more, inhale. Exhale. Now flip the front palm, reverse triangle. Press straight off of that right leg. Just reach overhead. Maybe you catch the wrist overhead for a little bit of extra traction. Take an inhale. As you exhale, move into triangle. So just shift your hips, reach the right fingertips forward, open up. So you want your shoulders to be stacked here. If you're collapsing forward, I want you just to bring your hand up higher on your shin. And now look overhead at your fingertips. Take another deep, full breath in. As you exhale, bend into that right knee, find an extended side angle. So right elbow comes to thigh. And now I just want you to reach that left arm overhead. Make some big circles in each direction with the left arm. Now reach fingertips over your ear. Take an inhale. Exhale, runner's lunge. Frame the front foot, close down your hips. Take a deep, full breath in. And as you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out and move, or get really still. And now inhale, left leg to sky. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Let that left heel sink first, and then make some big circles in each direction. Wringing out the hip, opening up that hip flexor. Now take an inhale. As you exhale, step left foot all the way through. Again, find that kneeling lunge with the stack of the front knee. Work your hands up to your quad first. Settle in. Activate the inner thighs. And then inhale, sweep the arms overhead, staying here for just a full breath. And now take the left hand to the outside of your left hip. Right arm reaches overhead, little lateral stretch here. Come back through center and sweep wide open, left arm behind you, right fingertips to the front. Look back over that left arm. And now take the left hand to your tailbone. Inhale, sweep the right arm overhead for Exalted Crescent. So again, you can stay in this shape if you're feeling good, or you unwind the arms, but wherever you are, tuck your back toes. Take a big inhale, lift that back knee, come into your high crescent warrior. Unwind the arms to the front if you're still in exalted. Adjust your feet if you need to. We'll stay here for just another breath. Now find a focal point out front, root into the left heel, take a big breath in, exhale, standing knee raise, top of the mat. When you get there, flex the right foot. Take another inhale. Exhale, left knee outside of right knee, or left hand outside of right knee. Take the right hand to the small of your back. Big full breath in. As you exhale, maybe look back over the right shoulder. And if you fall like I just did, cool. Big breath in. Exhale, unwind, reach the arms back overhead, set that right foot to the mat, fill up. And then exhale, that right foot moves back, warrior two, left toes out front. And again, just several breaths to just kind of settle in here. And then we'll find our dancing Shiva. That left knee is stacked right over the left ankle. Inhale, press straight through the right leg, reach overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse triangle. Open up here. Maybe catch the wrist if you'd like. Take a breath in. As you exhale, unwind the arms, shift your right hip point to the back of the room. Reach open into your triangle. Keep a soft little bend in the left knee. And again, shoulders stay stacked. So just lift higher if you need to. And take another deep, full breath in. As you exhale, sink into the left knee. Find your extended side angle. Right arm reaches over your ear, pressing down into that left elbow to lift the shoulder, and then big circles in each direction on that right arm. Reach one more time, right arm over your ear, big breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot, runner's lunge. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, just step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step your left foot back, find an easy twist. Left arm to the earth, right arm just reaches up and open. We'll be here for just a couple of breaths. Draw that right knee in the direction of your left shoulder so it's not falling open. Try to keep it at 12 o'clock. Firm up the left hamstring. Now take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, hands to the inside of your right foot. Find your wide leg forward fold. So all 10 toes point to the left edge of your mat. Just let your head get really heavy here. Pigeon toe your feet and press into the outer edges of your feet. Draw your weight into the balls of your feet. Shake out your neck, shake out your head, your jaw, your shoulders. And now take an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bend just slightly into your left knee at the back of the mat. Reach the left fingertips open up here for just a little twist. Full inhale. Exhale back through center. Draw the hands to the small of your back. As you inhale, slowly rise. And then as you rise, I want you just to turn all 10 toes towards the front of the mat. So they're back at 12 o'clock, stepping into a pyramid stance here. So your pyramid can be wide or you can really narrow it out. But what I want you to feel are the hips in line with the front edge of your mat. So the hips are also stationed at 12 o'clock. Now keeping the hands at the small of your back, or you can reach the arms overhead, completely your choice. I want you to take a deep inhale here and then keep the hips in line. So press the hip points back, reach forward as you fold here. Folding over that right leg. When you arrive, take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale to fold. You can have a bend in the right knee as well. There's nothing that says it has to be totally straight. And remember, on the other side of tension, there's always ease. So take a deep, full breath in, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back for that easy twist. Right hand roots down, left fingertips this time open up. Draw that left hip point towards your right shoulder. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, hands to the inside of your left foot, wide leg forward fold here. So maybe on this wide leg forward fold, this time you take your hands around your ankles, or you catch your you use your peace fingers to wrap them around your big toes. Your choice, but a little bit deeper stretch. And now plant the hands under your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend into that right knee, sweep the right arm up and open. Just a couple breaths and a little twist here. Breath in. Exhale, come back through center. Draw your hands to the small of your back. Inhale as you rise. And then same thing, I just want you to wiggle the toes, step into your pyramid stance so that you can square out hips. Hands stay at the small of your back or reach them overhead. Big full breath in, exhale, fold here, flat spine, and then release over that left leg. And now take an inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. And then pedal and move if you'd like, or just get really still. And then inhale, right leg reaches to sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, right knee, right wrist, setting up for your half pigeon here. So that right knee should be at the edge of your mat. And again, you want to square through your heart and your hips here. Lift out of the tip top of your head, get really tall. And then exhale to find your fold forward. If your forehead's hanging up off the mat, make a pillow with your arms so that you can find complete ease through your neck here. Now inhale, slowly rise. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift up and back to your three-legged dog. And again, roll out, kick that right leg, counter movements to that half pigeon. And then set the right toes to the earth. Inhale, left leg to sky, reach through your heel, and then exhale, left knee, left wrist. And again, square, take a moment before you just fold here. Take that moment to square the heart, the hips, to lengthen your spine, and then exhale to fold. Now take an inhale to slowly rise. Tuck the toes on the right foot, lift the left leg up and back. One last down dog for your practice today. So take any movements that you'd like to take. And then take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, just set your knees to the mat. So I'm going to give you an option here. You can either sit back into hero's pose, but I know that that can be really intense on your knees where you sit back, or just take an easy seat and come over to your bottom, your choice. So either shape is going to work for where we're going next. But wherever you are, if you're in hero's or easy seat, open the palms on the tops of your thighs, close down your eyes, roll your shoulders down your back, and simply breathe in this space. And now take a deep, full breath in, sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, set the right hand on the ground by your right hip. Take a lateral stretch over. Reach the left fingertips over your ear. Breath in. Exhale, just switch sides. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and across. And as you come back through center, interlace your hands at the base of your skull. So cradling your head here. As you inhale, just press the shoulders open. Maybe you lift your chin just a tiny little bit. And then as you exhale, just round the shoulders forward, draw the elbows on either side of your head, drop your forehead. Inhale, sit tall, open up. Exhale, round. One more inhale. Exhale, round. And now inhale, just unwind back through center, release the hands. And from wherever you are, just make your way all the way down to your back from here. And when you arrive on your back, hug your knees into your chest, rock a little bit again. Notice the difference in how your spine feels now by comparison to the beginning of class. And now set your feet to the mat. Take your arms out wide and have your feet hip mat width apart again. So wiggle them really wide here. Take a deep, full inhale. And as you exhale, let the knees fall to the right and look at your left fingertips. Now you can take a deeper twist by picking the right foot up off the ground and setting it on top of the left thigh. And then just let the right knee settle back to the earth. And on an inhale, draw the knees back through center. Bring your gaze back through center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the knees fall to the left. Look beyond your right fingertips. And same thing, you can pick the left foot up and set it on top of your right thigh if you want to make this twist a little bit more intense. Now unwind here. As you inhale, draw the knees back through center. And then find a happy baby. So you're going to grab both edges of your feet or your big toes if you're really tight, and then rock along your spine. And notice if your tailbone is like super, super curled up, try to draw the tailbone down in the direction of the earth. As you do that, that lengthens your spine. It gets some of the ligaments stretched out in your low back and around your tail. And then you can play again with straightening and closing through the legs. I have to get my big toes if I play it all with any kind of straddle. So maybe play with that a little bit. And then release the feet here and just send them straight up to the ceiling for waterfall. Close down your eyes, let your arms come down by your ribs. Your knees can be slightly bent. We're just going to take a couple breaths here just to release blood flow, lymphatic flow. And of course, if you have a wall near you, and you can always do this on a wall too, you can stay there for Shavasana. And take another deep breath in. As you exhale, hug your knees tight into your chest. Grab your elbows as you wrap your arms around your shins. Draw your nose up to your knees. Inhale, squeeze tight. And then exhale, complete release. Find Shavasana. Feet come wide, palms open, eyes closed. Just a few minutes here of quiet at the end of our practice. On an inhale, bring awareness back into your body. Find tiny movements in fingers and toes and ankles and wrists. And if it would feel good, take a full body stretch. Just reach the arms overhead and breathe the entire length of your body. And then use an exhale to draw one knee in and then the other. You can gently rock a bit before you settle to your right or your left side for just a few more breaths. And now use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a seated position. Draw your hands to prayer at heart center. Close down your eyes. And take a deep, full breath all the way into your heart space to the very pit of your belly, filling up with all the goodness of your practice. And then open up the mouth, exhale, just sigh that out. Notice the ease, notice the stillness. By comparison to where you may have felt mentally, physically at the beginning of our practice today. Then draw your thumbs to forehead center. The divine light within me recognizes and honors the divine light within each of you. Namaste.